Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Thank you. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Satguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. If you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. And if you're on YouTube, you can post your questions in the chat and we will look at them. I was laughing at this earlier where Baswant had said that to get into the hangout is as difficult as enlightenment or something. Is it like that? Has it become very difficult to get in? Is it as difficult as enlightenment or more difficult? Because enlightenment is not difficult. You are already that. Then this must take more effort. Getting into the hangout must take more effort than for you to discover yourself.
Ananta, Father. No, nothing. Nothing. It's happened. No, nothing is it's over. Oh, it's over. No, no more coming. No, no. Go, go. Go. No more going. No more. No more going.
very good, my dear. It's only in satsang that you can see that the whole body, something could be happening. Sometimes it can feel like I'm dying. Sometimes it can feel like such strong energies are here. Sometimes it feels so much is getting released, you know, and yet our mouth is saying nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever happened.
No. Never. Never. So there there is so much gratitude here. There is so much, even though there is no word. So,
Very good.
and for the whole Sangha, I I have not been able maybe to express it by words, but but the whole being is like at your feet. It, all of you, and I, when I'm not like physically,
Yeah.
I I'm here,
Yeah.
like I can't come and go, like it is impossible. It is impossible.
Yes. This is very good. You see that I am not coming and going. In fact, I can't come and go. I am always just here.
And not even here, not
Yes.
not even here.
Yes. Not here spatially. Not here in space.
No, 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 no space. And this is so beautiful because this is the this is this is conveying all the secrets like of the universe. This there is really no time and no space and no place and it is true. The truth is we are this, and it is we cannot be seen.
Yes.
I cannot be seen.
Cannot be seen phenomenally.
No, no.
Very
And still this this beauty
good.
arises.
Yes. This is very good. Very good. Mhm.
And it appears, and then this this solves in me like it is appearing and dissolving.
Inside.
It is, yes, like all is dissolving to me, like so universe is
So what should we do now?
Yeah. Celebrate. Celebrate.
Good. Very.
Celebrate every single moment.
Yes.
There is nothing to do actually. Everything is done
Good.
already. All is everything is done.
Good. And do you know about enlightenment?
No, no, no.
Do you know
It
about,
doesn't exist.
do you know about seeking?
No, no, no,
Do you know about God?
no.
Do you know about future?
No, no, no,
You have a past?
no, 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 not even this, no, no, not even this, no, no.
Good. Very good. Very. This is the kind of report that is the best. I don't know any enlightenment. I don't know any seeking. I don't know any past. I don't know any future. Even the now, I don't know.
No,
There is no me. There is no you. There
no,
is nobody here. There is no mind. There is no heart. There is
no.
nothing.
It's nothing.
Have you found something new?
What?
Is there something new in your discovery? Or it's always
No, nothing new.
Is it anything special? Anything special?
No. Nothing special. No. No.
Isn't it amazing that the most beautiful, pure innocence is nothing special? Just always is.
Yes.
Now, will you do something to keep this?
No. No.
Can it come and go?
No. 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 Never.
Now, will your thoughts stop? Will the mind stop?
No.
Is it any trouble?
No. No. It does not have to stop.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mind and no mind.
Yes. Neither of them mean
It
anything
is
to
the
you.
same.
Yes.
No. No.
All appearances and the absence of appearances makes no difference to you.
No.
And no appearance can seem like it is too strong or it is hurting me or anything like this. It is just another coming and going.
Mm. Yes. Mm. And here arises so much gratitude to uh, to Satguru Mujiji
Yes.
and to you and to Raji and to Ram Das, to all of you.
Very good. Very
So
good.
grateful. So grateful.
Is the Satguru in your own heart? In your own heart, this Satguru, your pure presence, and all of us are just the instrument for this very own, that which has no distance from you.
Mm, yes.
Very good. Very, very happy. I'm very happy. So much gratitude to you too, my dear. Thank you. Very good.
Thank you.
Just turn off my phone. The phone is like the witnessing, it is refusing to go off. You're good, my dear?
Mind has full power today.
Yeah?
Has worked full power today, and I was almost frightened to go here. And, I was thinking, what am I doing here? So suddenly something loosened up, but still the mind is there, sneaking around, and it's very vigilant somehow. Something is happening. I don't know how to handle this. Somehow it's very new to me. So mixed. I feel kind of shy.
He wants to hide.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, in sometimes in your satsang, sometimes it's come so very strong to me, and I'm crying, and it's so much feelings coming, and I'm so wide open, and in between, so it's totally closed. So it's oscillating between two extremes.
Yes. And are you also oscillating? Do you say that sometimes so much openness, sometimes very close?
Yes.
Huh? But you watch this one.
I'm watching this.
You're watching.
Yes.
And is that opening and closing? That which is watching this, is that also opening and closing?
No, it's not. But when it's closed, it's no. I know by my mind that it is like that.
Yeah.
That something is watching all this.
Yeah.
I can't experience it right then.
You say that your mind knows, but actually, what is your experience? When it is all closed,
Yes.
you still report, oh, it's all closed. Is this one, who is the witnessing of the closedness, is that also closed?
No, it's not.
So do you have to go to mind for this, or you can just see it?
I can just see it. Just see it. It's always there. It's always there.
Yes.
It's unaware.
Yes.
Yes. Even that.
And this awareness has no trouble with open or closed. It is the mind that comes and says, but you must always be open.
Yes.
And you cannot be closed. The mind is saying all of this.
Yes. Yes.
You mean nothing to awareness. Closeness doesn't bother awareness. Openness means nothing to awareness. In this way, all states, you are nothing.
Yeah.
You are completely empty of all of this.
It's not me. It's not me.
Yes. What is appearing
Yes.
and disappearing is not you. Can you become anything other than this awareness?
I'm just that.
Just
I'm
that.
just that. Just yes.
And does this awareness want freedom?
No.
No. Is
It's
there
already.
anything?
It's all already freedom.
Already.
It's all that is.
Yeah. Can it have any desire?
No.
Anything to run from also? Aversion? And you see that the rest is just a play.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Because nothing is happening to you.
No. When I was sitting on the flight from Delhi to here, suddenly it became so clear to me that it was not me as a person who brought me here.
Yeah.
It was something else. It's grace who brought me here. So the person was so unreal to me when I was sitting. when I look at it now, it seems so, yes, unreal to the person that I'm here in Bangalore,
Yes.
and you know, it's not about me as a person. It's,
But there is no you as a person. Just an imagination.
yes, yes.
Then shyness can come, shyness can go. Arrogance can come, arrogance can go. This feeling I got it, this feeling I lost it, all can come and go.
Yes, yes.
But for you, as awareness, nothing is happening.
And all of these things are there all the
Yeah.
time. You know. It's
Always moving.
something. It's very, very strong, and sometimes not. It's just playing around.
Just playing
Yeah.
around.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, sometimes I've heard reports like this of those who come to Bangalore. They wonder sometimes, what am I doing here? I know when Jaya came first time, she showed up in this new city and she, what am I doing here? And then Jesh and Palak also one time they came and they were going to the hotel and they were just having this chat amongst themselves. What are we doing here? And we're calling this one who is younger than me, we're calling him father, and we're in this new city. And we come for a day to Bangalore, we go back morning and evening, we do this. What's going on? And the mind cannot understand it. And yet you cannot help yourself. You cannot help yourself. You can sell all your belongings and you move here, and sometimes it must be coming. What have I done? No, for Anand.
Came, it came today. I was watching it, and I know. I just watching the mind today. Wait, what? What am I doing? I know why. Mine was really loud.
Yes. And if you give belief to this mind, then it can create so much trouble. And no trouble is actually for you really. It's all in the play, all trouble. Nothing is happening to awareness. Even satsang is not happening to awareness. Awareness is untouched even with satsang. All this is a play of beingness. The being has deluded itself and believed that it is a person. And now being is bringing itself to its own heart and discovering it was never a person. All your laughter and crying has become the same. I can't make out anymore whether one is laughing or crying. The funniest thing is, many times when you're first in satsang, you feel that you're here to hear something, here for some sort of new conceptual understanding about the world. But if you're listening openly, you realize it's much more than that. You're just sitting here and intellectualizing about the nature of the world. It will not lead to this crying and this laughter. What is being pointed to is much more than just some concepts. We use concepts, yes. The concepts is just the appetizer. It's not the main course.
Can I come up, please, Father?
Yes, my dear, you can come.
I don't really know what I'm going to say. I just want to come up.
Good. Completely fresh is very good.
Yeah. It's just so much gratitude, and there's just nothing. It's just all happening and not happening.
Yes, yes. All happening in the play, nothing happening to me.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the apparent story of Lisa or Priya,
Say again?
the apparent story of Lisa
Yeah.
or Priya
Yeah.
is completely all over the place now.
Yeah.
I can't even put my lipstick on straight.
Oh, okay. I blame all the fighting you do during the laughing. Don't blame.
I used to be so good at that. And there's a seeing. The mind sees
Yeah.
that the future and the past is completely dissolved. It's completely gone. And the mind doesn't know what to do with it. But it's okay, because I just see it happening.
Of course, it's very good. It's more than okay. It's more
There's just it just isn't real. It's just this.
nothing. It means nothing now, isn't it? Future. What we used to sit and contemplate the future. What am I going to do? How is something going to happen? Who will take care of all the bills? All of this seems like nothing.
And yet the body kind of sort of does it, but not very well at the moment.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That this does not bring about passivity. It doesn't make you passive necessarily. You see?
No, and yet seems to be a watching of it happening.
Yes.
But there's nobody watching it.
Yes. Nobody watching, yet the watching. This is very good.
It sounds crazy.
No, it sounds like the voice of a sage. It sounds like a voice of a sage. You're saying that there is no seer. There's only the seeing.
Yeah, there's nobody
There's
seeing.
no watching.
And love comes,
Yeah.
and then it goes. And then joy comes, then it goes. And that's just seems to be just in it.
Yeah.
And I saw before that there was a seeking for love
Yes.
and joy and peace.
Yes.
And that just seems to be something that just happens as well. There's just nothing.
And is that bad news?
No, it's just...
Yeah.
And yet I'm sitting here, this body's just grinning like a like a crazy person. And I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And the person has no idea what's going on.
Yes. And never did, actually.
No.
It never did. It was only pretending, as if it has a plan, as if it has got something figured out.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make space for somebody else now.
I know there was a lot of talk about not having space in Hangout today.
Yeah, we're all sharing today, it seems.
Very good, my dear. I'm so happy to hear your words.
Thank
That-
you. Thank you.
So one general thing I want to tell you is that sometimes I see a lot of effort in satsang, either in-person satsang or in the hangout. It seems like a lot of just effort to try and get this. We don't need that. Just be here gently, simply. Grace is working on its own. There is truly nothing that your mind will understand. Nothing useful anyway. So it's not about a mental understanding. All that I'm speaking is just to get you to a point where you're open enough to just look. And when you look, you will find that never was there a person here. All my stories about this person have always just been made up. No person has ever dwelled the universe. All that is here is this beautiful presence of being, and ultimately I am aware even of this presence. All the words, all the concepts are just to get you to this point where you are able to ignore all mental resistance and just for a moment look at what is truly here. And once you look, then it is undeniable, you see. It doesn't matter how you express it. It doesn't matter whether you say God or consciousness, whether you say witnessing or awareness. All these words are just words. Just this simple discovery is what all the words in satsang are for. First, to allow you to free your beingness from your own tyranny of thoughts. Just to let thoughts come and go. And then, when you're free from this constant distraction of thought, then just for a moment, can you check who you are? Just to check who am I? This is what all of satsang is about. And it is not possible if you check and you don't give belief to any concepts, ideas, and stories. It is not possible for you to check and for you to fail. This cannot happen. To fail means only to give some belief to the mind again. If there is something like failing, it must be this. In self-inquiry, it is not possible that you check and fail because you are here. You cannot not exist. And you are aware. This awareness is undeniable, no matter what your mind says. Because your mind will come now and say, oh, I'm not sure whether I get it or not. This one we are not interested in, because this one will never get it. But that which is able to see that I am aware now, this is you. So when I ask the question, are you aware now? Only you really can answer this. Only you really can confirm this. Just this simple question, am I aware now? And there is constant awareness that this awareness is here. This is called self-awareness. You are aware of your own self. And only the self is aware. Only awareness is aware. Everything else is just presumed knowledge. All else comes from the mind. So don't go for any second-hand knowledge. Not even what is being shared here in Satsang. Here Guruji once said, go for gold, if I remember correctly. Go for gold means go for your own truths. And see what you are now. Don't go for the testimony of the mind. Go for gold. Don't go for this dust of the mind. There is truly nothing that you need to do. There is nothing you need to do to answer the question, am I aware now? Because this knowledge is always with you. It's primal to you. Even before the birth of the universe, you are aware. And nothing can move this awareness. No amount of pain, no amount of any experience, any event can touch this awareness. Nothing can bring you to the point where you are not aware. Nothing can make this witnessing stop. Therefore, I said today that enlightenment is not difficult, but for the mind it is impossible. So if you put on personal clothes and pretend to be a person, nobody can make you enlightened. But if you refuse to give your belief to this person idea, then you cannot show me any darkness. You cannot show me the one who needs to be enlightened. In this moment, right now, are you not enlightened? The darkness only will be now your belief in the idea of enlightenment. Who can show me bondage now? And if there is no bondage now, And if in no now there is any bondage, then what is this freedom that we are looking for? At best, it must be only freedom from this idea of being a person. It is only this identity which seems to be troubled by all of these events and appearances. You are that which is untouched by death. You are that which is untouched by birth. You are untouched by meditation. You are untouched by sleep. You are untouched in waking. You are untouched when you go to work. You are untouched when you come back home. You are untouched when you're arguing. And you're untouched when you're sharing compassion and love. All of this is the play of life which continues unending as long as you are here. Forget this idea that I have to be a certain way. If I'm free, then I must be a certain way. Then just pure words must be coming from my mouth if I'm truly free. That's just another idea. I must be around people and everyone will say, wow, you are so beautiful. Just another idea. So ultimately, all belief in bondage must be just a belief in a concept, a belief in some story. And if you have the courage to come up in satsang and to say, this is the story which I still believe, then it will stop bothering you. At least not as much as it used to. So what is the story which you still believe? Do you still believe the story of now becoming, after coming to satsang, believe the story of becoming an enlightened person? You still believe this story? Because this story is also big trouble, you see. Because it leaves you with only two alternatives. It will lead you either with a massive spiritual ego, or it will leave you with a lot of frustration of not getting it. If your vantage point in the story right now is that I'm seeking enlightenment, I want to become free in the future, then it will leave you only with two alternatives. One is that you will falsely believe that you got something new. You will feel that you got something new, or you will say that, oh, I'm so frustrated because I still haven't got it. So forget about this story. No person has ever been enlightened. Enlightenment is the discovery that no person ever existed. And which one of you has not discovered this? We have all been in satsang for quite some time. I'm sure that all of you have discovered that no person is here. And if there's something that still feels no, the person is here, then you must bring it. Bring the person, I want to see it. I've never met a person. Stop identifying with the stories about this person, no, this happened, this happened. To who did it happen? Nothing has ever happened. Not to you anyway. Appearances can appear to happen to appearances, but nothing is happening to you. Tell me something non-phenomenal. Tell me something which is not an appearance. What can we say from there? So like I often say, either you must, I give you something to examine. And I say, you are the awareness itself, this witnessing which is here. So either you prove it wrong, or you see that this is what you are. This is what I mean by go for gold. And I'm very much up for a conversation like this. I say already that you are this awareness. Now you say, if you still feel I'm a person, then you show me where is this person. And Satsanga had said, can I please come up? Yes, you can come up.
Namaste.
Namaste, my dear.
I don't really have a question, but everything in me just didn't want to come and say this. So
Yeah.
I just want to say it because there's just, my mind had these thoughts the last few days saying, oh, you've been going to satsang for so long, you can't possibly go up and say this. It's the same story. There's no point in sharing this. And but these are thoughts that got my belief, and I think they're like thoughts that I've been believing for a long time. But just the last few days, things were happening with the body, and then this sense of depression came, and so I noticed these thoughts that it's like as soon as I open my eyes in the morning and I feel the body, the thought comes, oh no, not this again. This is like literally like the first thought I have almost every morning. And it's just this sense like, oh God, I'm in this body again. And that is how, I think I just so strongly believe that that's I don't know. I don't even know. I just felt like I wanted to come up. I don't even know if this is what I wanted to share, but it's,
So everything which is in the body is the body or no?
pardon?
Everything which is inside the body, is that the body or no? Or is there compartments in the body which are parts are body and parts are non-body body? Yeah. All that is the body is the body.
Yeah.
So if the body is the body and the body is not concerned with anything at all, then who is this one now?
The same person, or
It is just consciousness pretending to be the person.
yeah.
And do you want to stop pretending? Then don't believe your next thought. That's why I say almost on a daily basis now. If you want to see God pretending to be a person, believe your next thought. And notice that I'm not saying that you have to believe in God or you have to believe in consciousness.
So
Don't
these
believe
this
in
thought,
anything.
the thoughts that I have in the first thoughts that I have that says, "Oh no," it feels like I wake up believing it. It's because if I sit here now and you say, "Don't believe your next thought," it feels like okay, but it feels like okay, I open my eyes and that's already believed in.
Yeah, so forget about that. Now, don't believe any thought. Thoughts can come and they can go. Emotions can come, emotions can go. Body sensations can come, and body sensations can go. Voices can come, and voices can go. You just don't believe any thought about any of this. Not even any, just don't believe your next one. Nobody can tell me that they do not have this power. Why did you go on mute? Okay, now I'm not believing my next thought. What will I say then? Isn't it? Also, words can come and words can go. This is also a misconception that actions are reliant on thoughts. We are not thinking, like I'm speaking now, these words are coming. These words are not first coming as thoughts and then being repeated by the mouth. It's just appearing this way. It's possible or no? Is it effort? This is what Bhagwan also said, isn't it? Bhagwan said, if there is a sense that I must do something, then make the choice to not go along with the flow of thoughts. Till you will come to the conclusion that even this was a seeming choice. All of this was also grace. But as long as there is a sense of choice, a sense of doership, a sense of person, just don't go along with your next thought. Let it come and let it go. And it doesn't matter what happened in the morning, what happens every morning. It's all about just now. Now. Whenever it feels like something happened, Just then. Say, what have I believed? Forget about it. Just don't believe your next thought. And then does it matter whether I'm inside the body, I'm not the body? All of this doesn't.
Yeah. Finally.
Then you cannot have a personal story. You see? All these stories need lots of thoughts. All identification needs so much work to believe in thoughts. Have you bought something? Did you buy something? No. Good. This is very good.
Sorry. Can I ask
Yes.
something, please? Mm,
Seems like work, isn't it? To pick up from the mind now.
there's I don't know.
What?
Yesterday yes, I think it was yesterday. While I was at the hospital, I had another one of those experiences again, and I think I just wanted to. I was watching what was going on and why I was resisting this sensation of pain that I was sensing from someone else, and there is still this. It feels like there's a perception that there is an outside and an inside.
Yes.
So it felt like, okay, something from outside is so. mm, I remember what you said about using the armor,
Yeah.
and so the thought that came out right after that is, am I aware? And as soon as I asked that question, it felt like everything was more intense, like because suddenly it felt like the spaciousness and then everything is included, and that just felt more scary. So, and I could feel this resistance. It's like something was like, no, it's like not wanting that experience, but I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that perception
But,
that like I'm perceiving inside and outside.
but when I say, are you aware now? Is it even an experience? Just check. Am I aware now? Can you truly say it is an experience? At best, we can say it's a non-phenomenal experiencing, isn't it? The only non-phenomenal experiencing. Because nothing happened phenomenally.
So is that also a mind trick that
Yeah.
where you feel like there's space and everything's included?
Yes. All visuals, I told you also, because you are an artist, the mind plays with your visual memory or visual senses like this so much. So it paints these pictures for you and then says, Oh, but this is scary. Yes, this is scary. Nothing is happening to awareness. It is like this. What happens when you ask yourself, am I aware now?
I'm a I just I'm aware that I'm aware.
Yes. And this doesn't change, you see. No matter what visuals the mind is creating, no matter what else is happening, this awareness of awareness is always pristine. So we're not talking about the byproducts of this inquiry. We're not saying, okay, the armor means you check, am I aware now? Then observe what happens outside. Not like that. Just, am I aware now? So you are aware now or no? Now this awareness, does it have any problem? You cannot step out of this awareness. It never has a problem. Do you see this like this? Or it still feels like you can step out of it?
It doesn't feel, not like I can step out of it, but like I get or get caught up and
Yes. So getting caught up is trouble only with thought. So when you feel like you're starting to get caught up again, just remember not to believe your next thought. What trick of the mind still remains that we have not looked at? What trick of the mind can survive this simple pointing, don't believe your next thought? No trick can work without your belief. And it's all about the now. All about the now. Forget about whether you gave belief 1 hour ago, 1 minute ago, 10 seconds ago. Just now. Then some strong sensations can come. So what? It can feel like this body is falling. So what? It seems like, where's the peace? Where's the joy? No peace. So what? Am I free or not? Am I enlightened? Am I awake? Nothing, none of this. You see, it must have been because this whole world was so powerless. It must have been that you know so clearly that nothing here has any power, that you must have given this power of belief, of pretending to yourself. The Supreme Lord has given himself the power to be deluded so that the world can have some sense of excitement about it. The Leela can have some juice. Otherwise, if it's just always clear, nothing has ever happened to me, then why would anybody enjoy this Leela at all? So all of it is your doing. You as God decided to play this game, and all of this satsang is also part of your game. Then the only question which remains is, are you tired yet of the game or not? And if you're truly tired now, just don't believe your next thought. Because if you give it belief, means you still have some meaning in the game. You still have some expectations from the game. You still expect something from this world of appearances. Because no thought is speaking to the truth. All thoughts are referring to you as a personal appearance. And don't buy any paintings of yourself. That the mind is painting. It is painting something. You say, yes, this must be me. It's not you. We'll buy your paintings, but you don't buy your paintings. Because no painting can truly represent what you are. No visual can tell you this is what I am. Like this, you will struggle to suffer. You see. Suffering will seem like such hard work with no reward. Whatever it is saying, whatever the mind is saying, just forget about it. You don't need it. It will say that your life depends on it. It doesn't. Life only depends on consciousness, on God. Life does not need thoughts. How would it be if God needed your thoughts to run your life? What kind of God would that be? God is waiting. Okay, now what thought? Please tell me what I should do next. And the thought comes and is directing God. Then thought would be God. If God is waiting for thoughts to direct your life, then thought would be God. Your being is greater than all of these appearances and disappearances. Your presence doesn't rely on any of this. It's very good. It's very good because I see that you're not referring to your mind as much. You're rarely referring to it now, actually. At least in Satsang. At least now in the Hangout, I don't see you referring to your mind so much as you used to in the past. This itself is very good. I know it sometimes it feels like, okay, so what now? What now? This can come a little bit, it can play like this. It's okay. Very good, my dear, very good.
Thank you so much.
There's a lot of that on YouTube, so let me quickly catch up with that. Okay. Okay, let's see. Shakti said, Father, this efforting one comes still. I smell it right away. If there is anything that is still playing, invested in this energy, let it burn. Thy will be done. This is very good. It seems like the sense of separate one still can come, and momentarily it can be given belief. It's okay. But you cannot truly believe yourself to be just this sense of separation. I'm not going to read all of the Hangout coordination messages. If there's something we need to discuss and figure out how to make it better, we can do that as well later.
Father, I have actually something I want to ask.
Yes, my dear. Who is this? Thai.
Yes. Hello.
Very
Thank
nice.
you. Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm so happy to be here, and this is my first Sangha online. And I've had this thought that keeps coming up, and I feel like there's a lot of belief that's given to it. And it's the question, who is satsang for?
Yes.
And there's a really strong desire and urge to want to keep coming back to satsang and trying to find who it's for and where these desires are coming from. Yeah.
This is very good. The question is, this being to answer who is satsang for? This question is coming again and again. This is what Thai says. No? Because that this question, who is satsang for, is coming. So then, when you give me the options, who could it be for? Okay, so let me help you. Now, what are the options for this question? It could be for this imagined person, Thai, this personal identity to imagine, or it could be for consciousness itself, or it could be for the pure witnessing, the awareness itself. Any other options? So, this imagined one doesn't exist. It's a figment of our imagination. Just like now, if you were to imagine that you are a 75-year-old woman, this imagined one is as much real as the person identity. You see, it's just that we believed a lot more thoughts about this person identity which we believe ourselves to be than this 75-year-old woman. It has no tangible existence even at this level of phenomena. Nobody can show me the person. At best, you can show me the body. The body has no desire for freedom, so the body would not come to satsang. So it's not for the body, it's not for this imagined person idea. Then what remains? Then it is just this consciousness. And consciousness, in the light of this consciousness, all actions, all experiences happen. And they happen to who? To this consciousness itself. Because in deep sleep, you cannot say that you tasted an apple, you see. All tasting, all experiencing, all doing must happen in the presence of I amness, in the presence of being or consciousness. Therefore, satsang must be consciousness speaking to consciousness. Because never a person, a mythical idea, can never really get anything, cannot even understand anything. You just imagine. So the imagined one is neither doing anything nor experiencing anything. It is just the figment of our mental words. It is saying you did this, you are understanding this, you are coming to satsang. This you does not exist. Then it is consciousness itself which deluded itself and gave itself the power of belief. Like right now, you can believe 100 thoughts about being this 75-year-old, and there will be a sense of attachment that will come to this identity also. So the power of belief is this power to pretend. The power to pretend that I am an appearance, that I am just this idea. So consciousness now has believed itself to be a person, and consciousness itself is creating this satsang to get out of this. That's why my master says that satsang is the rehab for God. I'm not sure whether you heard any of Mujiji's satsangs, but if you hear him, he says satsang is the rehab for God. So who is satsang for? It is for consciousness itself, for God himself. And who is doing satsang? It is consciousness itself. And that's why you find that you are here in satsang, irrespective of whether your mind was saying this or that. You find yourself in satsang. This is called grace. Very. This is called grace.
Yeah.
And then there was a third option, isn't it? So one was person, second was consciousness, third was pure awareness. Awareness is unconcerned by satsang or no satsang, by waking state or sleep state or dream state, by life or death. This pure witnessing, this is what you are. So is the question demolished or no?
Yes. It just feels. The only thing that feels sticky is why there's an urge to keep coming or something.
This is
like,
good. This is primal. Yeah. Because somewhere there is this feeling that this way of the mind is not working. The mind promises us lots of things and it doesn't seem to work. So you have discovered this way of the mind is not working. The way of the person, the way of the ego is not working. And somewhere in your heart you are feeling that I must now find another way. I must discover what I really am. And because this urge is primal, you cannot explain it. What brings you to satsang, nobody can explain. In this life here, for most of this life, I was an atheist. Didn't believe in God, didn't believe in this question like, who am I? I thought all of this is for losers. All of this would just seem like, to the mind, it all seemed like, who are these people? They have no life. They need to get a life or something. And then, when life shows you that there is nothing here, there is no eternal happiness, peace, or joy to be found by chasing the objects of this world, then this deeper question comes, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of my life? What am I doing here? And before you can answer any of this, you must be clear about who you are. How can you discover your purpose without first knowing who you are? So this primal question must be appealing to you somewhere. That's why you find that there's this urge to keep coming back to satsang. Yes. And sometimes we hear someone or we see someone and our heart recognizes them, you see. In our heart there's a deep recognition. But the mind cannot understand this. The mind
I
cannot
experienced that with the
Yes.
last lady that shared.
Yes. The mind comes and says, this stranger that you've never met, who's sitting in some room in Bangalore somewhere, how can you call him father? What's going on? No, mind can come like this. But we followed the ways of the mind and it gets us no peace, no joy. You see? So now we are not willing to listen to it anymore, at least for a while. At least for a while we experiment like this, we play like this, and for a while in a few satsangs you will find that this unfolding, this discovery of what I truly am is here. Very happy to see you, my dear. Very happy. Which part of the world are you in?
I'm in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Oh, very nice. Not too far from here.
No, we got a little bit of the aftershocks from Nepal. So
Yeah.
it was pretty tough to see our brothers and sisters fall that way. Yeah. But my prayers go out to them.
Yes, all our prayers are with them. In Satguru's grace, all of those who are affected in this, to the deeper realization of what they are. May they have the strength to see these appearances, to see them through, and may they be surrounded by love and compassion. Very good, my dear, very good. So much love to you too.
And if you know Florentina,
Yes, yes, of course.
she's a really close sister of mine.
Oh, yes, very good, very good.
Yes.
Give her my love when you speak to her.
Thank you so much.
Tell her I miss
Thank
her and give her all my love.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, my dear. Namaste. Okay, there was this long set of messages from Shankar. It's the same, I'm presuming, on YouTube and here. So I'll read the one which is posted here. Some water first. Shankar says, Namaste, Father. There seems to be nowhere for life experience to land. They arise and just dissipate into thin air from which they came, not as separate events, but just the flow of appearances that are unbroken. I can't say that all is well, even as there is no pull to judge this flow. It has no sharpness, no thorns, no weight. All the frequency of life, nothing personal it seems. Very good. Can't say they are neutral, as they all seem to be nothing. I am the field of impartiality to all that shows up. All worries are just like wishes, and all emotions are just like waves that have no shore to crash on. They just go by. May the rest of this life be lived at your feet, seeing you from this loving eye that never seems to close. Forever yours, Shankar. Such a beautiful, beautiful message. Very good. Very beautiful, my dear. Very, very good. You see now that all of life is just a flow of these appearances and there is no judgment about it. When we say that all is just an appearance, we're not saying that with a dismissive point of view. We're just saying that I see now that I, as this pure witnessing, am completely untouched by any of these appearances. Very good. And all worries, all wishes, all emotions, all of these are just waves, they're just coming and going, all dissolving into nothingness. Coming from nothingness and going into nothingness must ultimately mean that all is nothing. Very good, my dear. All my love and blessings for you. What else was there on YouTube? Mostly about the Hangout space. Stina says, not believing the next thought. But what about thoughts carrying intuitive knowledge, like helpful ideas? Couldn't we dismiss helpful ideas and inspiration? So, this can be a very tricky thought when it comes. So, you must be with me for a couple of minutes and understand this. So, all is a flow of energy. Thought is a flow of energy, and intuition is also a flow of energy. Ultimately, all energy is consciousness. So the valid question is, how do I differentiate between thought and intuition? How do I differentiate between the words of my mind and the voice of the Satguru in my heart? So I give you a simple tip. And it will become very natural for you, and you will be able to observe very clearly the qualitative difference between the voice of the mind and the voice of your heart, the voice of your intuition. So understand that the ego and love cannot coexist. So an egoic thought or a mind thought cannot have the presence of love. It is only the voice of your intuition which can be accompanied by love, peace and joy. So that which carries this perfume of love, the perfume of joy, the perfume of peace, that voice you can trust. This voice seems like it has been dipped in honey. So this voice you can trust. But you must develop a strong nose for it, you see. Because initially the mind will come and masquerade as if it is the voice of your intuition. But if you smell properly, you will see that this mind always wants something. It always has the me concept at the center. It's always saying, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? So either it wants to be special, it wants to do better in life, it wants to control others or our own life. So as more and more you're coming to satsang, you will find this switching over of power is happening from this energetic play of the mind to this beautiful energetic appearance of intuition. And for a while, if it seems like there's so much confusion, you cannot tell, then don't believe anything, don't believe any words. Like I said, God does not need to rely on a voice to run your life. So you say nothing, 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 And then you will discover in your heart the qualitative presence of this beautiful voice. It does not necessarily have to speak in words, you see. This holy presence does not necessarily have to speak in words. It will operate in the way it operates. And as this switching over of power happens from mind to heart, you will find that this voice needs nothing at all. It is not trying to make your life better, because God's life does not need to become better. It already is exactly how it is supposed to be. And yet such beautiful insights will emerge, and all that come into your presence will come to hear these words, this energy which seems to be dipped in so much love. Hey. Doesn't it happen to all of you sometimes that you come into satsang and you feel like you're being dipped in some sweet love that you cannot fathom? I mean, of course, besides the point where you feel completely frustrated and angry. But doesn't it also happen often where you come and you feel like you're just marinating in this beautiful love and peace and joy? Why is it? Because it is in the presence of this heart, you see. The presence of this one in the heart, your own heart. And being in the energetic company of one who gives voice to this heart, you find that your own Satguru seems to awaken inside you. And you find that it is accompanied with so much love and peace. Sometimes you cry for no reason, sometimes you start smiling for no reason. All of this is the prasad of the Satguru, which is your own heart. This is the power of being. No mind can ever replicate this. No matter what you do following this mind, you will not feel that you are dipped in this love. That's why I say that satsang is not in the words, at least not just in the words. It is in the tasting of this presence that true trust develops, that you find that you are open enough to look at what you really are. I see. Thank you. And it can happen so many times that the words in satsang just sound like rubbish. They just sound like some gobbledygook. You wonder what is happening. And yet something keeps bringing you back. It is the presence of this love which you feel. You see? Thank you, Shanti, my dear. Okay, that sounded like a duck. Does it sound like a duck? Shanti said, I love you, Father, more than anything else. I love you too, my dear. So much. Okay, let's unmute Shankar. Let me have a look at him. So Bhagwati ji did some magic and got you in. Not possible to unmute? No, I don't hear you, my dear. Oh, I see. It's okay. It's okay. Let me just have a look at you. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Supriya wants to come up. You can come, my dear. Richa is also with you or no?
Namaste, Father.
Eh, oh.
Yeah, Richa was here. She just left. She was here with me, and we saw the satsang together.
That's good.
There's this uh,
Now, for once you there's echoes. You mute for some time. I was going to say that. It's okay. I was going to say for once someone will come to satsang and they'll say there was this nothing and I fooled you. Okay, unmute, my dear. Sorry.
Father, I don't know, there has been something which has been coming up. The last time I was in the Hangout, also, I sensed there was this, there's a little churning and something happens in this space. And I don't know whether it's resistance or it's just, there's a feeling of being exposed. And like you were just saying that it's also not just in the words but in the presence of the being. And I feel maybe on the Hangout that something more than just words are exposed and to get in touch with. And so I've been, last night was very restless and I couldn't sleep the whole night. There was, though there's a lot of sensation physically in the body, not too bothered by it, just seeing it. But there's something that's it's almost like nauseating. It's as if something wants to come out. And yesterday, in the satsang, you mentioned about the three doubts, the three kinds of doubts, and it seems almost all three were seen and kind of experienced, but not really believed in. But yes, very much. And something the mind really troubles me here is there is this association with the person or the personality. So I just want to expose this here. So for the last 2 days, I've been holding my own hand like this, and it seems as if it's Guruji's hand that I was holding for a long time during that dinner we had in Prasanna Inn, and it just seems like his presence every time I hold my own hand. And so it just sailing me through, actually just holding my own hand, which I feel as if it's Guruji holding my hand, and and that feeling, that overwhelming feeling that I get in his presence, I feel the same. There is no need for the physical presence or physical proximity, but I want to. I don't know.
So you were holding Guru's hand. And then the physical, the presence was so strong. So I didn't get why you started crying.
I don't know.
So if you mute for a minute, I'm holding Guruji's hand. What does it mean to hold the Guru's hand? Once you hold the Guru's hand, then there can be no me, you see. The me that it seemed like started off to hold the Master's hand, this me is then dissolved on holding the Master's hand. This is what is truly known as holding the Master's hand. Because you see that this presence which is here is my own presence, is the Guru himself. So you cannot have the me and the Guru both. You must pick. That is called holding the Master's hand. Holding the Master's hand means I have given up on the me and you are the one who is holding my hand now. You cannot carry the me on your back and have Mujiji in your heart. First you drop this packsack, knapsack, whatever it is called, and then hold the hand and then show me what happened.
Uh, it is in holding this hand that that the seeing was just seeing. I mean, a lot of things, a lot of appearances, and a lot of your own tendencies were visible, and it was so strong that, and probably I had this soul judgment for the tendency. Maybe it was feeling unworthy, and then there was a soul feeling of jealousy that I was uh, experiencing, and it was it was this holding of the hand that suddenly it was just seen. And this again, this whole person who, which was like again that jigsaw came in, and it just seemed to be happening to that jigsaw, and nothing to me. But it just that just the moment I came on this hangout, that suddenly something started happening, and in my heart, and I just wanted to come up.
It's very good you say like this because there's been too much demand for the hangout. You say like this that I came to the hangout, then all this started happening and I'm crying now. So not too many will want to come to the hangout. I know, I'm just kidding. So when I say that nothing is really happening to you, do you see this one? No, really? Okay.
No, in certain things that just came up, I felt as if it was happening to me, but in just the moment, it was totally clear that it was just happening in front to the appearance. But it was like a thing that did hit me as if it hit a person, but then just in that moment, it was so much of a distance, and it just became like a scene, and it just passed. And in fact, it passed more beautifully without even troubling or causing any effect than what it would if I would be hit by it really. So yeah, I mean,
And can you be
it
hit?
happened. Sorry.
I said, can you really be hit by it? Or you just have to imagine that the imagined one is getting hit by another set of appearances. Now, be the awareness. Just identify only as the awareness itself. And then see if some words emerge. You can open your eyes. Does it make a difference? Whatever might be coming or going to you as awareness, nothing really touches you, isn't it? So therefore, everything that seemed like happened to me must be only a story about the imagined me. So do you have any stories left which you still believe in that happened to you?
I don't want any more stories, no more experiences, no more appearances.
Yes, but do you have any?
No.
Pakka?
Pakka.
One of us has to mute.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
And if you have no stories now don't pick up any. Stay like this, unburdened and empty. And the story of the appearance of life will continue. The story of these appearances, everything will continue. Just refuse to make it my story. This power you have. Very good.
Father?
Yes, my dear. Who is this?
It's Shankar.
Shankar? No, very good. Now audio is there but no video. Is it like this?
No video?
At least I don't see you.
I see you. I see you. Can you hear me?
I can only hear you, yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't even know what I have to say, really. You know, I feel I've been away for a long time, and through all kinds of technology problems and all kinds of things, timing issues and those types of things, just, you know, stuff. But I feel like I don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
You know, there's a sense that I don't have a need to prepare for anything.
Yes. Yes.
And not even when, you know, something comes up and I'm not experience hunting sort of to figure out a way to cope
Yes.
with things that happen.
Yes.
And it comes off sometimes to others to maybe seem like I'm aloof or I don't care or I'm uninterested or things like that. But I don't know. It's never been so clear to me that, I mean, I don't want to make this sound arrogant, but I mean, you know, my field of seeing is the field of the whole universe almost.
Yes.
You know, the whole universe comes to my vision
Yes.
to pass.
Yes.
And I'm not pulled in any direction necessarily, but I'm very active. I've in my daily life, I've got a business to run and family and those types of things. But I don't know. I don't know how to know anymore. It feels like I don't know how to know.
Yeah. You know this?
What's that?
I said, do you know that you don't know how to know?
I don't know.
Yes.
All I know is that there's no attempt to get in front of life.
Yes. 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 So all intellectual knowing is now seems like complete waste of time, isn't it?
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely. And completely. It's it's imagination. You know, it's, you know, the imaginary part of this, having this body and being human and that kind of thing, which I guess everybody goes through. But I have it's not even that I'm not interested.
Yes.
Yeah. And can I say this also, that it's not it's not at all what I've ever imagined it to be. You know, I mean, you go through the seeker, you know, I've, you know, been a meditator and done all these things and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And to me, it all seemed like experience hunting, like I said before. It all seemed just like, you know, entertainment, I guess, you know, and although that still happens, and it's not like I'm living in a void, you know, but you know, the last couple of days, there's been a lot of things that have shown up here with family and business and finances and all kinds of things. And I don't want to say none of it matters, because that's too nihilistic. It's more that it's all fine.
Yes.
You know, and the old thoughts that used to say you're never going to get through this. You know, I've realized that every time I've thought that, I've never been right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just know that I love you.
Oh, I love you too, my dear. You know, the wonder which is coming up for me is, how will the universe survive the light of this Sangha? All of you started sounding so beautiful and so much like I'm hearing the Buddha speaking. How can any darkness survive this light?
It's your light, Father. We're mirrors of your light, and that's all we are.
I'm very happy, very happy.
And you are our gift. You are Mujiji's gift to us.
And you are his gift to me. Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. I truly feel like I hear Shankar speaking.
It's, it doesn't feel like my mouth, my tongue, my
Yes.
breath, my nothing. There's no reference for it. There's no sort of solidity to it. But yet I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah, I tell you. Can I tell you a story?
Of course.
So, my daughter and I have a 10-year-old daughter, and we have the song that we listen to at night time when she wants to go to bed, and I put it on my phone and we listen to it together. And the song is, doesn't really matter what it doesn't matter what it's about. It's about sort of how connected everybody is and how connected we all are. And, it's interesting. It talks about, how our bodies are rooted in the universe and all kinds of things like that, our particles of our body and that kind of thing. It's called Symphony of Science. It's actually a pretty song. Anyways, long story short, because I know I'm hogging all of Satsang. I'm sorry, everybody. It's about how our bodies really aren't solid in reality.
Yeah.
Scientifically. I mean, scientifically.
Yeah.
Right? And somehow, through thought, we've solidified something that's not solid at all. Not even our physical being.
Yes.
That, when you read about all these scriptures that say, we are space and things like that, it's actually scientifically true.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is all some kind of concentrated dream.
Exactly.
And we get to live the rest of this life like this.
Yes.
My only prayer is that the rest of the world comes to your feet, Father.
Thank you, my dear. And then you and your daughter were listening to this, and what did she feel about it?
It's funny you ask, because we've listened to this song a lot together. And there was some giggling and laughing, and she just wouldn't stop smiling and laughing, and it's never happened before. And and she kind of smiled and fell to sleep with me sitting on her bed before the song was even over. It's a 3-minute song.
Yeah.
And she was asleep. And I'll message you the link to the song. It's great.
I'd love to hear it.
But what's also amazing is that I hear the truth in everything I hear.
Yes.
Songs, conversations, wind chimes, birds singing, the whole thing. It's all truth.
Very good. Very good. Very beautiful report. Very, very beautiful. Very happy.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, my dear.
I wish there were other words.
I love you. Very good.
Okay, I'm going to sign off so I don't hog up the rest of the time for everybody.
Okay, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Very good. And then Lucia had said earlier something. She said, Father, there is a very restless energy here tonight. Oh, let's look at it. Still doesn't work, your mic?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, very good.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. I'm happy. I'm joyful, and I'm just happy to be here. And I just love watching you. You just melt my heart. Your beautiful smile melts my heart. But I just can't keep still. There's like a lot of energy vibrating in this body, and can't stay still. Whereas normally I'm very calm and very peaceful, but tonight I'm just very fidgety.
So don't resist it. Let's see what happens. Don't resist it. Let's see what happens. Let it move around a bit if it wants to.
I feel like I have to jiggle my legs, jiggle my hands. And
You should. Then you should. Because satsang is the space where you must just let go. And whatever is happening, let it happen. We were saying the other day also that most environments don't give you this freedom. You have to be a certain way. With family, you be a certain way. At work, you be a certain way. But in satsang, whatever is unfolding is good.
tonight I even had to come into my daughter's bedroom because every place in this house has been taken. So I had to hide in here. But I had to be here.
Very cool.
Thank you. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too. So the energy is not bothering you, no? Cool.
What?
Is the energy bothering you in any way?
No, it's not bothering me. It's just a lot of energy. I just can't stay still.
Just release. Let it get released. It's good.
There's been things that have been coming up. I've even got some words to a new song came to me yesterday. Just stuff moving. Because I've been on a plateau, really sluggish, not wanting to do anything. I have a painting that I have to do for a customer, and I said, this is it. Today I'm doing the painting. This was yesterday. Didn't happen. This morning I woke up, I thought, I have to get stuck into that painting. Didn't happen. Life force has other plans for me today.
Okay. Really. We'll ask you to sing at the end of satsang very soon. Now I know it's very late for you, but we'll get you to sing.
I don't know what I have to think of what to sing.
So now you can use this time, whatever few minutes we have, and let's see which song can come up.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear. Very happy to see you.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm very grateful that someone has made room for me.
Oh yes, I know this room thing is now something we'll have to look at it. So how many are outside YouTube? It says 26 outside. After 2.5 hours or something. So somebody has an idea about what to do about the Hangout? You can listen a little bit. Tivani? So, no, you explain what does one have to do to get in? I know you had typed something in the chat.
Sorry, what was it?
What does one have to do to get into the Hangout? You have to have 3 windows open.
I have I have all 3 options open, and then I refresh them continuously until I see the Hangout for about 15 minutes, and then I hit it and hope I get in. It doesn't always work because sometimes I set the computer all up and I'm ready to go, and then I'll get to the computer like I think I've been gone for a minute and it's been 10 minutes and I've missed the whole thing. I'm like, what? How did that happen? So it's all grace, but it kind of helps having been prepared, I think. I don't know. That's what I do anyway to get in, because yeah, it fills up pretty much as soon as it's there, like within 30 seconds, I'd say.
There was a feeling once that we will be able to get 15 inside, and Jesh was helping us trying to get 15 in the Hangout. But we realized that because it's Hangouts on air, we cannot have 15 in this Hangouts on air, which are broadcast on YouTube. So if you were to have 15, then we would have to give up the broadcast, which is not again possible. So it looks like we don't have a good solution for this. Maybe we just make some rules about how this will work. But I feel that once you say that I have to be in, then usually people make room or no. And you can also type on YouTube if you have trouble getting in. You can mention it there. I'll read the chat also about it. But Shivani and the others, what do you feel when somebody says, "I would like to come in"? Don't we usually make enough space for them? You can say it's okay.
Not in a hurry. It does happen, but it's a bit sluggish. I just feel that's how I feel. I don't know if that's true.
Yes, I want to hear. I want to.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that I had was the same as last time, that maybe we just come in every second day or something like that. That was the only thing I can think of. Because I was doing that, but then something came up that was like, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore, because every time I try to get in, I miss out, which might be the problem for everyone, you know, if we're not, yeah. That's how I figured out the 3 tabs thing. So, yeah.
Maybe also the other option is that once you're in, you stay in for about an hour or so, and then you make some space. So that way, at least we have double the capacity. I don't feel that more than 20 want to come in on a day. Not yet, anyway. Maybe that could be another way. And if it becomes too much even then maybe we have to come to a point eventually where we just come in and we share what we feel to share, or just be in silence for a while. And just in a few minutes, we make some space. Let's see how it goes. For now, I feel that if everybody who comes can come for an hour or so, then that should be fine as well. But I'm open to all suggestions about this. Let's see what is the best way. And if somebody else has ideas, I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to have this discussion in front of everyone during the broadcast, no trouble. Because all of this Sangha is for everyone. So everyone can contribute, everyone can share. And if they have some trouble getting into Satsang, then I'll be happy to try and make it easier. Because Satsang is what we are here for. Everything else is just the frame around this painting. If there is a painting, then that painting is Satsang. All the rest, the Seva, the organization, everything else is just so that Satsang can be shared. So I'm always open to any ideas about Satsang and how all of you can be touched by it. So feel free to write to me or any ideas that any of you have. But for now, I feel that we can say that anyone who gets in can stay for about an hour or so, and then we make some room for another one. And if we go out and we see that nobody really wants that space, then we can come right back in. Or something. We'll see. Shakti says, I just begged to the angels of mercy to let me in. And do they listen? Or? Okay, so we'll contemplate this and we'll see what comes up. Okay, Lucia, you ready for the song? We gave you enough time to contemplate which song you want to sing.
Okay.
My dear.
You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you, my dear. Very, very beautiful. I always have only one complaint with you. It finishes too fast.
I guess I get nervous, so I want to speed it up.
It is very, very beautiful. In fact, I was feeling that, those quotes that you do, you could do one set of quotes, Guruji's quotes on this. You could be singing this in the background, and you could actually send it to him. I'm sure he would love to hear this.
Oh,
Yeah.
with my singing in the background?
Yeah, this
Is
one.
that what you just...
Yes.
Oh.
The opera version of it is done. Very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you so much.
Oh, I love it too. If all of you keep singing like this, we'll have more trouble getting into the Hangouts.
You're so funny. You always make me laugh.
Okay, Shani, my dear, do we have the invocation? Okay.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yanamulam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gururpadam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gururkripa Mokshamulam Mujiji Kripa Mokshamulam Anantaji Kripa Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramya Sarve Patrani Pashantu Magashetu Bhagavavet Asadoma Satkamiya Tamasoma Jyotirgamiya Mrityurma Amritam Gamiya Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Brahma Paramastu Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai Om Shri Satguru Mujiji Ki Jai
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Guru Shri Mujiji Ki Jai.
Jay.
Jay.
Jai.
Jay. Jay.
Jai.
Jay.
Jay.
Thank you all so much. I see Jaya is also there today in YouTube. The chair is empty here, my dear. When are you coming? So much love to all of you. See you tomorrow. Sunny, thank you so much, my dear. You can turn the broadcast off now.